Okay, so in today's video I've got day 15 of my 365 days of art challenge, so if you want to see what I do this week then keep on watching. Okay, so the first one that I started with this week was drawing 3 things that you ate that day. So as you can see, I started off with Milky Bar buttons. So instead of drawing the actual buttons, I decided to draw like the Milky Bar logo that's on the front. So yeah, I decided to do it a little bit differently. You'll probably see from this that I don't exactly have the healthiest diet. I'm trying to work on that and getting a little bit more active, getting a few more walks in, maybe going for some runs. But this particular day, the 3 food items that I decided to draw were my Milky Bar buttons, a piece of prawn toast, and I believe the last one I drew was some of the Lunchable cracker things that are now not called Lunchables, but anyway, not the point. Those were what I drew for these ones. As you can see, the drawings got progressively worse. The Milky Bar one I actually thought was quite good, and then yeah, the second 2 were just a little bit shocking, to be honest. But yeah, moving on from that one, the second one we did was this one, which basically said to tear bits of paper to create like an abstract sea, basically like ocean, like waves. But I chose some different colours. You know, abstract doesn't necessarily just mean different shapes, you can use different colours as well. So I did sort of like a choppy like sea kind of thing, but I just chose different colours to what you would normally assume you would put in a sea. So I still had some blues that obviously you can see just here. I still put some blues in, but I chose some purples and some pinks as well. So I just basically tore bits of paper. I have like loads of strips of paper left over. My mum used to make like greetings cards all the time, so she had loads of paper like left over from that, and I just basically nicked the whole box. So yeah, I just kind of used paper from that I had, and just used like the straight edges to create a border, so it wasn't like complete, like it kind of looked like a complete piece rather than just a bunch of ripped up bits of paper on a page. So yeah, I just kind of ripped them, kept them how they were, and then just fitted them in around what I'd already stuck down. So I actually really enjoyed doing this one. It was a little bit different to the normal like drawing things. You didn't, again, this is one that you don't really have to think about too much. You just kind of do it. And there's no like right or wrong either. I mean, there's no right or wrong for any of these because, you know, this is your book. If you have this is your book to do whatever you want with. But this I just thought was quite nice because there is no right or wrong. It doesn't matter what it looks like because it's supposed to be abstract. So yeah, you could basically just do whatever you wanted for this one. I'm not like 100% happy with how it turned out, but for a simple task that didn't take too long and didn't really require much like thinking or anything like that, as you can probably tell, I really liked it and I thought it was quite a good one to do. Yeah, it turned out like that, which to be fair, I could have built up a little bit more and had some like extra details or had some more like pattern paper in there, but ultimately chose not to. So yeah, moving on to the third one. This one just said to stick in a article that interests you. So as you will have known if you've seen some of my previous videos, I recently went to the Warner Brothers studio tour, the Harry Potter studio tour, and their gift bags are basically like newspaper prints. So I just cut a print off of the bag, basically like a little article that would fit in the gap, and I stuck that in instead of like an actual like newspaper article. I chose that one instead. And the next ones I did was just putting these patterns on these circles. So I just used the zebra fine liners again, just to put different patterns down, and I chose to keep along with like the example ones, and I kept like the yellow dots had like yellowy orange on them, the pink ones had pink on, green ones had green, blue ones had blue, and just kept it going like that. I did repeat patterns a little bit because sometimes I feel like it's a little bit difficult to think of new ones, but anyway, that was what I did basically. It was just sort of repeated patterns, but obviously because they're spread out far enough, it kind of works well together anyway. So yeah, that's what I did for this one, and I'm hopefully to get back into doing these weekly properly. I know I've been saying it for ages and it hasn't really happened yet, but yeah, I'm really hoping to get back into these and do them, like actually do them weekly. And I missed Wednesday's upload this week, which is great. I thought like I was getting back into the swing of it, doing a bit better, but no, ended up missing Wednesday's upload, but that's okay. I've got a video that's basically edited for next Wednesday, so hopefully we won't be missing that one. I've also got some exciting Lego content coming up. I bought the collector's edition Burrow when I was in London a few days ago, so we've got that coming up too at some point, hopefully sometime soon. It currently hasn't been opened, but I'm planning on opening it probably after the weekend, so that will be some exciting video. Depends on how long it takes me to build, either one video or 2 videos. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. But yeah, moving on to this one. Basically just had to fill a page with things that were orange, so I did like an orange balloon, I did an orange leaf, and then I just did some like orange squiggles with different mediums. So I did some with the pens, as you can see just there. I did some with my watercolour, a little bit more washed out, a little bit more saturated, and then I chose like the other end of the pens as well, just to create like a different shape. Then I did a kite as well, which I was doing just here, and then I did another balloon as well. It's kind of actually really hard to think of like specifically orange things. Like I don't actually know, other than an orange, like what is orange. I guess just things that like can be orange, hence like the kite and the leaf and the balloon. I mean, I suppose leaves are a little bit of an exception because obviously leaves are predominantly green and orange, so they kind of work that way. But yeah, as you can see here, I just did a little bit more mark making as well, and then just did some like orange circles, and then just finished it off with some more watercolor squiggles, which I just thought was okay, that will do. And then this next one I did was basically, it said write down a word or something that has inspired you this month, and I just wrote Jellycats and then outlined it with a pen and completely ruined it. I mean, it wasn't perfect to begin with anyway, but I definitely ruined it after doing this. But yeah, my reasoning for writing Jellycats is, as you've probably seen in the background of my intros and outros potentially, I do have quite a few Jellycats, and I have come up with quite a few art ideas for them. So I'm definitely going to try and do some of those soon, so they will be new sort of like upcoming videos. So yeah, that's definitely been a bit of an inspiration this month, which has really helped. Yeah, just sort of come up with new ideas and come up with new video ideas, so hopefully we'll have some cool things coming soon. And then the last one that I did was just drawing a pair of sunglasses, and I had this Tom Ford like fashion book. You've probably seen them everywhere, like loads of people are getting them now. So I've got a few different ones, and I just had a look through. I think I looked through the Chanel one, the Dior one, and the Alexander McQueen one, but I didn't really like come across anything. And then I came across these ones in the Tom Ford one, so I decided to just go along with what I saw in the Tom Ford one, and that was these like blue, like extremely cat eye ones in there. So yeah, those were what I did for the last ones, and then same as every week, I just marked off what I had done on the tracker. This is, to be fair, one of my favourite bits, is marking everything down. So yeah, that was everything for this week. So that was week 15 of my 365 Days of Art challenge, Let me know down below which ones you liked, and let me know if you have any ideas for future videos. But other than that, make sure to come back next week for week 16. But yeah, make sure you like, leave a comment and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.